Untitled presents Entertainment.
I'm a fucking beast, a disgusting freak, raping nuts and freaks. Cause all the violence is the day that I discovered peace. Never nothing sweet, I'm on the snares and leave the trunks and seats. My paper rush sheets, style a song and acupuncture beats. You're more than desperate, I force a weapon in your direction. The blood's embedded in your incessant discourse of records. Now you're storing kept in my face, the cellar that's force affected. For relentless experiments and rejecting source of method.
Tonight, on Sports Legends of San Andreas, the story of Jimmy "These Hands" McGillicuddy. This young scrapper has high aspirations of becoming one of boxing's greats. Brought up in the mean streets of Los Santos, he trains night and day to someday become a legend like the San Andreas champions who came before him. San Andreas has turned out some pretty powerful pugilists in its long history. Beloved locals such as GRECHIN, Punch 'em Up Sherwood, who is known for punching so hard that he had to retire from boxing after his arm was permanently lodged in another man's jaw. And Ivan, Muscles Tornado Gregory, who met his untimely end during his unsanctioned grudge match against COCO, the COUGER.
From when I first saw him, I knew he'd be one of the greats. He came in here all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, head full of wonderment and heart beating with ambition. I just couldn't wait to see his fist crashing through another man's face.
You saw his potential as a fighter right away?
I saw a poor schlub with nothing to lose and a will to commit grievous bodily harm to another man for money.
I never would have imagined my boy being a professional boxer. He was always the sweet one. My gentle boy.
So, Miss McGillicuddy, what did you think when he said that he wanted to be a prize fighter?
He was such a nice boy. Quiet. There was never a violent bone in his body. But then I thought, that's probably what Jeffrey Dahmer's mother thought.
A poor schlub willing to commit grievous bodily harm to another person for money? A gentle mama's boy? A Jeffrey Dahmer? Just who is the man known as Jimmy "These Hands" McGillicuddy? I caught up with the man himself during one of his morning jogs.
I want to be a contender.
You want the title?
I want all the titles, all the records. Ain't no one ever gonna give me nothing. And if a poor kid from the streets wants to start getting out of here, he's gotta make a name for himself and having a start at the American dream. He's gotta fight. And I want a better life for my mom, so I gotta fight. I gotta be the champ, because it's the only start I've got. Yeah, baby.
What do you think it says about society that the only way you can see yourself raising out of poverty is with displays of violence to entertain the bloodlust of boxing fans?
All I know is I gotta use the only gift God gave me. And that gift is to punch the ever-loving shit out of his other creations. Really, really good.
It's the eve of Jimmy's next big match. The young man trains his body, day in and day out, with nothing else on his mind other than victory.
Yeah, come on, give me that fucking thing. Get the I'm baby, I'm gonna give you so good, yeah. Come on.
Did that African-American gentleman just steal that kid's bicycle?
I want to personally thank you, Mr. McGillicuddy, for letting me have this access to you right before your match. Can I ask, what is your mindset right now?
Before a big match, I like to take a walk like this. It helps me to focus on my motivations.
And what motivates you right now, Mr. McGillicuddy?
The fight money. My only thought of getting off these streets. Move my mud out of the projects into a safe neighborhood.
And what do you make of the notion that professional fighting is basically human cockfighting? Jimmy, hello. Hey.
Hold on.
Mr. McGillicuddy?
Another win for the record. I did it. I just want to thank my trainer, thank my mom, and thank God, baby. The American Dream.
Jimmy.
And I gotta thank my fans. Thank you all for believing in me. With y'all support, my winning streak just gonna keep going. Thank you. Thank you all. I'm gonna be the damn.
It was at this precise moment in filming our documentary that it dawned on me.
Don't worry about hot time no more, man.
The up-and-coming boxer, Jimmy These Hands McGillicuddy, may not actually understand how sports work.
They're undisputed. One heavyweight champion in the world.
I needed answers, and so I sought out those closest to Jimmy. Did he actually think that that was a sanctioned boxing match? Had he imagined his entire career? Was Jimmy even actually a professional boxer at all?
Jimmy isn't even actually a professional boxer at all. Could be delusional. Or maybe the schlub is just that stupid. But he does pay well, and therefore I am happy to train him.
He pays well? I thought he was poor.
Poor? Well, not in the fiscal, monetarily sense, no. I mean, his mother lives in a $2 million high-rise uptown.
Jimmy just hasn't been right. Ain't been right for quite a while.
So, do you mean to tell me that you've both been living in wealth this whole time?
Yep. You see, to understand Jimmy, you gotta know where he comes from, what he's seen. His father was, well, wealthy. A truly brilliant and successful entrepreneur who became rich with his invention of the toilet golf mat. You know, a little golf green in the bathroom so you can work on your putting while you shit. Well, Jimmy's dad has been telling us to stay out of the bathroom while he worked on his latest invention. One day, little Jimmy's curiosity got the best of him and he walked in on his father.
Who's a pretty boy? Who's a pretty boy?
Ever since then, Jimmy just hasn't been right.
It became clear through my study of Mr. Jimmy These Hands McGillicuddy that he was truly a disturbed individual. And is it any wonder? With the support system around him consisting of poorly aging, moralless assholes, was it any wonder that Jimmy never got the basic care that he needed?
I can hear you, you know. I'm sitting right here. Bitch-ass motherfucker.
So, Mr. McGillicuddy, can you tell me, what is your fight record?
Today I've won over 24 matches, all KOs. All the matches have gone pretty much as you thought. I'm telling you, I am the champ of Los Santos. Undefeated and undisputed. The American Dream, baby.
Indeed. And can you tell me, Jimmy, have you ever actually seen a boxing match? Have you ever watched other boxers in a sanctioned match?
Why would I? It's pretty obvious I know how to box. You hear the ding, you run up, you deck that poor smoke, add another win to the record.
If you would, Jimmy, allow me to show you something you may find interesting. This, Jimmy, is what we call pay-per-view. Those men standing there, those are professional boxers.
What? What's that thing they're in?
That, Jimmy, is a boxing ring. And that other man in the striped shirt, he's a referee. Now watch carefully.
Holy shit, did you see that? That one guy looked like he was totally ready to be punched. And then he punched the other guy right back. It's like they're both totally aware that there's a fight taking place.
Yes, Jimmy.
Wow, they're really going at it.
What thoughts cross your mind watching this officially sanctioned boxing match?
It's violent. I mean, really violent. Looks like it hurts. Holy crap, boxing looks dangerous.
I decided to leave Mr. McGillicuddy with the show and his thoughts. Some weeks later, he contacted me and agreed to meet for one more interview. So, how have you been, Mr. McGillicuddy?
I decided maybe a career in boxing isn't for me. That's it. That's it, dangerous, baby. Really, somebody could get hurt doing that.
You don't say.
Yeah. But you know, it don't even matter. I found a new path.
Oh no.
Yep. Turns out I'm pretty great at it. Have you ever heard of the 100-meter dash?
You mean like a foot race, such as the Olympics?
I ain't never heard of an elliptical, but yeah. Turns out I got a hidden talent I never knew I had. I'm undefeated. Yeah, baby. I've had 11 races just today and won every one of them. It's like the other races don't even know that they're in the race.
Get set, go.
Here, check it out. The race is about to start. Yeah, baby, I can do it. The American dream. Oh, yeah. Don't gotta worry about the hard time no more, mama. I can do it. I'm champion. I'm the best there ever is. Oh, I'm gonna be the champ, baby. Gonna be undisputed world heavyweight champion of the world. I'm running. I never had that, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna have that gold around my waist, baby. One more time.
Jimmy, these hands McGillicuddy. Perhaps one of the greatest athletes to come out of Los Santos. A possibly tormented mind inside a body driven to become a champion, but most assuredly an incredibly stupid man.
World heavyweight champion of the world! Run it!